Good morning, students. My name is Carlos Hernandez. I'm professor of biology. I'm here visiting your Catholic school today to you give this speech about clonation or cloning to your students. I believe you're like between 13 and 14 years old, so you probably might be hear about this word, which clonation or cloning means. And especially, you probably have heard about Dolly, which was the first mammal, the first ship that was cloned, famously known around the world. So, um, what we know about Dolly. Dolly was born on July 5th, 1996. He was the first mammal to be cloned, and then she died on February 14th of 2003. So she lived for like around, let's say, 6, 7 years, almost 6.5 years. So several clones have been done before Dolly. Since the dawn of or since the creation of this planet, that we have some bacteria that we can reproduce asexually. That means with no sexual contact. They reproduce in that way. Some frogs we know actually now that they also being they're asexual. They can reproduce having no sex whatsoever. Also we have like frogs, cows that being cloned after Dolly or during Dolly's time. Um, so what is clonation? We can say is like it's taken from the DNA of embryos, from the DNA of embryos. No, from and then Dolly was actually created from an adult cell. No, it was an emergent scientific achievement, for humanity, for science specifically, because this actually make a big boom and saying like, okay, now we can make animals, we can make human beings for that matter. That was one of the ideas that came out, out there, and there was a little, not a little, but a huge controversy around the world about clonation, and it still is. So we will talk about that later. So Dolly was actually created in this institute in Scotland, was the Rosling Institute, and then yeah, she lived there for 6 years, 6.5 years, until they have to put her down, and because she developed some lung tumors and also developed some arthritis in her joints. So, which is normal. This illness is normal among sheep that live inside and not outside, like in barns and all the other, for example. So they had to put her down. But the curious thing with Dolly was that like she also reproduced. She also have the baby sheep, you can say, normally, um, just like a normal sheep that was born or created sexually between two other kind. So this same thing happened with Dolly. Dolly actually reproduced with another one, and she had babies. She has an offspring, and there she was. She was, another a clone animal that had babies. So how were they could do this? They took a like from the ship. They injected. They took a cell from the unfertilized egg. The nucleus was removed from this cell, and they injected there. Made it, and they keep that without, so they don't reproduce, so they don't keep growing with electrical pulses actually. So they keep it that way, so this cell didn't reproduce, didn't grow. And then they took that unfertilized egg, and they came from a black faced ship. Now Dolly, the cell that they took, the mature cell was from a white ship. They took, and then they put this cell inside of the egg of the black faced ship, and they keep it there, and then they found out they use a surrogate black faced ship too. I mean, the surrogate means like it's like a wound, like it's borrowed or rented, you can say, so they can so that so Dolly can grow in there and be born normally, like the other ones animals. So that's what they did. After 6, 7 days, they wait to see if it then reproduce and grows normally, and they put it there in the black face ship. Now Dolly, as you might probably seen pictures of her, she has like a white face, so she kept the genes from the main cell, the male embryo, which was a Y-phase ship also. So after 277 cells, fusion cells, 20 of those was early embryos developed. 13 surrogates or ships, mothers. There's only one pregnancy came out full term, which was Dolly. So she was born, and then she weighed 6.6 kilograms, and she was in the inside of the surrogate ship for 148 days, and then she was born. So it's amazing. So in the she lived in the Rosling Institute for that period of time. She reproduced, as I said, with us, her offspring, just like a regular shape, a regular animal, and then she reproduced and have more babies too. Again, so she died with a pulmonary disease, which was she had a tumor and also arthritis. Why we clone ships? This was reproducing in Scotland. This institute actually, what they do is they do research to produce vaccines, you can say, or medication or medicine to help humanity, to help human beings. For example, what they do cloning is to see if they can to help us out with this to help us against this hemophilia. Hemophilia is just like where the bellow is no. Hemophilia is something that the body can develop coagulation. It can clot any veins or arteries. They're open. You see right away they get coagulated the blood. It gets like a little gel in there so that the bleeding is stopped. So in certain human beings, if you don't have that, you keep bleeding to death. So what they do? That's why they use clonation. That's one of the reasons they use clonation over there. To see if they can find these agents, the factors they call it the IX treats, which is that's a factor that helps the blood, to clot. So if you have a clot right there in your finger, you get, the blood clot. These agents comes over and they plug that, and your veins quit bleeding. So that's one of the reasons, one of the benefits actually that they do this in this institute about this. They're trying to find a cure for that. So, and that's one of the benefits. And now, so cloning has to do potential new treatments to prevent, like for example, a mitochondrial disease, which is passed from like a mother to child during the pregnancy until they're born. Which is like if you don't have you have a bad mitochondria in your body that can bring you out to which is muscle dystrophy, which the muscles aren't developed or they're supposed to weigh, so you're not normal, you can say, and then you suffer of these illnesses. So that's one of the reasons they used also the clonation to fix that. Now, this subject has a huge controversy about it, and religions went very against it, and so that's the reason here. It's a Catholic school, so I would like to know your opinions about it. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I can answer it if I can. Thanks.